Hello, my name is Ragnar McFarland, and I am the commissioner for the International Clan McFarland Society, Inc. for the state of Arizona. What that means is that anytime that there is a Highland Games or a Celtic Festival in the state of Arizona, you will usually find me manning a booth there that gives out information about our society, the Clan McFarland. Now, one of the questions I get asked a lot is, well, how come my clan is not there, or how do I even start a clan booth of my own? Well, some of the reasons is because maybe the particular event is so small that that representative felt that they didn't want to show up to that one, or that the fact is that maybe there is no representative for your state in for your clan. Now, in order to start up your own, the best thing to do is to team up with someone who already has a clan tent for your organization and to team up with him or her so that you can learn the basics and be able to build up your own clan booth as it goes. However, sometimes that's just not going to happen. So these videos are meant to help you and instruct you on the basics all the way up into getting into really advanced clan tents. One of the first things you need to do is actually join an organization. The organization's fees aren't usually that high, and these fees go to be able to pay for the events themselves. So that when you fill out an application, submit it to your clan or your organization, they will pay for it so that you have some place to set up. This is the key point in actually joining an organization for your clan. The easiest way to do it, just get online, type in your clan name, and click on the link that you have for that particular organization. Join them and then let them know. However, there is one slight drawback sometimes that you might come across, and that is multiple organizations for one clan. The reason why this happens is sometimes it has to do with the fact that the person who started a new organization didn't realize that there was one already, or that there was a problem with the old organization and that there was some dissatisfaction on how it was being run, so they started up their own. In the sake of being non-biased, I'm not going to put my opinion into any one of these things. However, you can make your own decision on which organization you want to support. Some of the steps you can do is, first off, look at the charter. Look at what they're actually saying that they're going to do. Most of the time, these things are going to read back to back exactly the same. Basically, spread information, support the clan, things of this nature. So this isn't going to help you much, but still read them so you know exactly what it is you're supporting. Next, you kind of look into is age of an organization. One thing you have to realize is that most of the time, when a business or an organization starts up, they are destined to fail within the first couple of years. This isn't saying anything necessarily bad about one thing or another. It's just that's the way things work. Sometimes it's just bad organization. Sometimes it's just not enough interest being built up. Things of this nature. So looking at the age of the two organizations can be a deciding factor for you. One might be been around for a lot longer than the other, but then again, it could also be that when they broke up and started their new one, it might be they saw the writing on the wall and saw the other one falling apart. The best thing to do is just do your best judgment on that, but remember, age can be a factor. Another thing to look into is whether or not that society or organization has a society badge or clan honor. Here in the United States, it's a neat talking point, but I will guarantee you in Scotland or any of the other Celtic nations, this is not any topic. This is actually a must. It means that their lords have recognized them as an actual clan society. This is very important. One of the reasons why this is very important is that when you're going to a Highland Games or a Celtic Nations game or something of that nature in country that your clan is from, more than likely that country is going to accept the applications from the society that actually has a society badge or society markings. The ones that do not most likely will not be invited, or if they are invited, you're not going to be paid attention to very much. So this is really something important. On top of that, even if it comes down to the fact of the writing on the wall that this organization is going to fail or something like that, and that the newer one you could just sit around, wait, and hopefully it'll pass over, it doesn't work that way. Once that society is done and it dies, that the newer society has to apply for that position, usually through the Court of Lions, and that is a very long, lengthy process. So it's not something that's going to happen immediately, and it doesn't transfer from one organization to another. That is something very important to think about. A final thought on it, here in the United States, is that when you apply to have a clan booth in one of the Highland Games or Celtic Festivals here, if that particular game gets multiple applications for one clan, they have a choice to make. One of which is to accept both applications, in which case they have to keep in mind to separate the two organizations so there's not a conflict of interest. This requires more work on their part. Some games are willing to do that, some are not. So they will look at, again, which one is more valid, which one's been around longer, which one has, representative from the Court of Lions, such like that. Or it could even be just which one got the application in first. These are some of the things you need to consider when you're joining an organization. The prices are usually going to be about the same. The charter is always going to be about the same. What you want to look into is which one has what you want to be representing. And that's something that you need to pay more attention to. The next video I'm going to shoot, probably within a week or so, is some of the equipment you're going to need if you're definitely starting up by yourself. Until then, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video.